Peace, peace, peace in the now of the one. I do one-on-one sessions about crypto. Please hit the inbox. If you are actually serious about it, hit the inbox. Click the link in my bio. Book a session. Payment is due on booking. I love and appreciate every single one of you as if you are me because you are me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being. Yeah. It's in the thought of not existing that you realize how spectacular existing is. How just being anything at all is something that's immeasurable. But we try our hardest to measure it in words, poetry, music, all the ways that we try to express ourselves in this brilliant existence that we find ourselves in. And the particular experience of being a human in this particular reality, we kind of only know what we call God from the human vantage point. But it's obviously much more expanded than that. And yet, this is the aperture in which we experience what we call God, what we call life, what we call earth, and what we call the universe. So we are limited in our scope. We are limited in our ability to really know what this is for sure, because it's all going through the human vessel, the human nervous system. And this is why we try our hardest to experience our inner world as much as possible in a way that goes beyond our senses, our normal human senses. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing this particular broadcast. It's always been about the frequency in which you emit from your heart, from your being, from right? It's never been about what you attain in this reality. Don't get me wrong. We want to have the experiences, right? Of traveling, of being wealthy. We want to have those experiences, and we will. But that's not who we are, and that should never define who we are. Since we live in a society that defines us by what we have in our bank account and what we can do for others in regards to material things, we leave behind the spiritual reality that makes all of this what it is, and really is the measure of a man or a woman. We measure men and women based on what they do here while they're here, what they accomplish. But what you do here, although it echoes into eternity, it's a drop in the bucket in regards to the entirety of reality. Right? So try your hardest if you can, to not define yourself by your job. To not define yourself by your current circumstance, your relationships, your money or lack thereof. Hold gratitude and space of gratitude for that in which you experience, but never become it. Meaning you're defining yourself as it, because you can't be defined. You can't be boxed in, although they try their hardest to box you in. And when I say they, I'm talking about the beings that you invited into your particular experience. And when I say invited, I mean that. I mean that. Yeah. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. Yes, he told me I am after this live. Get off. Yeah, link in my bio if you want to learn. It's not just blockchain and crypto technology that I teach about, but with the one-on-ones, we do spiritual work. We could do guided meditations, whatever it is that you like to do with these one-on-ones. I would do it if I were you. If you feel called to. The one-on-ones are much better than the lives because I'm directly focusing my energy on you. So if you do want a one-on-one session, click the link in my bio. We can do guided meditations, a counseling session, or I can teach you about blockchain technology and the future of the financial system, or whatever it is that you'd like to talk about, right? It's well worth it. Here we go. Yeah. www.amazon.com. You type in MoonManT. Both of my books will be there if you'd like to purchase either one or both of those books. My music will be there as well. If you feel called to listen to the music, I am a musician. I've been a musician since 2009 up until now, when I was 19 years old. And that's what I was doing before I was doing this. So if you want to experience the music side of me, you can do that. You guys, I don't know if you guys have heard my music. I never really push it too much because I'm so busy talking about my spiritual reality and what's going on in life. But it's definitely something that's a passion of mine. Hip hop, R&B, the whole 9 yards. I come from that reality, so that's something that I definitely, that's on my heart heavy. Peace, 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 peace. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Let me know if y'all want to hear something. If y'all want to hear me rap, put a yes in a chat. If not, put a no. I won't take it offensively. Okay. I got you. Let me see. He said, so much hate going on in the world. I guess it's all for the best. Earth's like school and we're all in the test. Being humans like a journey, finding love was the quest. Some of y'all people got a hole in your chest where your heart used to be. Your soul must have left. Hold some respect, maybe even intellect. Guess it's probably easier for you to hold you a tech. You're not even like that, but you need your respect and the check that they offer will relieve you a debt. Yeah, I smoked a few. I'm relieving the stress from the guest style out into my soul project. So much hidden trauma, so much pain, wish it healed, but we blame it on Kanye. So much mental bodies that we never could acknowledge, so we blame it on what Trump say. Yeah, I know they looking for the next scapegoat, so just blame it on what I say. They say they get the message when you're dead and you're gone, so I hope that I die today. I hope you see truth. I hope you be you. Hope you never let them turn you into a clone. This is a preview to the sequel. The movie you was making never felt like your own. But when you hear this, know that it's on. Cause there's a power when you put it in a song. It's time to show them we can really get along. Ooh, they can't see the stars, they can't see the sun, they can't see the moon. They can't see the signs, read between the lines, they don't have a clue. There's a certain distance between love. There's a certain distance between us. We can never conquer this distance when they keep burning these bridges between us. We can make a way. You just gotta be tough. We gonna ride the wave and they gonna freeze up. They gonna see the signs of the times we can provide, feel alive. Then they really gonna see love. That was Blame It on Kanye. That's the song off the album The Author, which is on all streaming platforms as well. So yeah, I do this. I've been doing this for years. Check out the music reality that I got going on. If you feel called to, I will be in Egypt in a matter of days, recording a new album. Not only recording a new album, but obviously creating more content and streaming live for you guys to see what I got going on. I'll be at the Cairo Museum, the pyramids of Giza, the Red Pyramids, the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to be taking you guys with me on that ride. Super excited about that. If there's anything that you guys would like to discuss in particular, if you wanted to pick my brain in any way, this is your chance. I am going to do what I did in the last one. Thank you so much for the gifts. Is it true? It is true. I'm gonna open up the panel for those that might want to come in, maybe ask a question, maybe just, contribute to the conversation. If you would like a one-on-one, like I said, link in my bio. I need someone as well to remind me to put these on YouTube, because I'll be forgetting. About I had so much going on this past 2 weeks. There's been so much going on in my reality in these past 2 weeks that I kind of forgot about my YouTube reality. So I got to make sure that I do that. I got somebody coming up right now. Lady Q.
Of course. That's why I like them. I tell them to the Lost Boys.
Lady Q, you got some...
Honestly, babe. Tonight, actually, I'm done. I'm going to get some... I'm going to get some...
Hi.
Peace. How you doing?
Oh, how are you? I'm hanging in there. I see you on live tonight. Everybody, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening on Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday.
Right. How you doing?
I'm good. Can't complain.
You got anything you want to talk about in particular?
We can talk about this Matrix we in. Oh, no. I want to talk about the tower. That's what I want to talk about.
What tower are we talking about specifically?
The tower that's crumbling, that's crumbling before our eyes. They grasping for straws, but it's already coming down, and you already know it.
You know what's interesting is that I used that term, grasping for straws, earlier today. When I was talking about something different, but the fact that you said that stuck out to me because of synchronicity. But they are most definitely grasping for straws. When you're talking, have your mic on. When you're not, turn it off, because people are listening. People can hear the TV in the background.
Oh, okay. So how do you put it on mute?
There's a button at the bottom. There's 3 buttons that says more, and then you should be able to...
Oh, okay. 3 buttons that say more.
But I can also do it too. There you go. Don't worry about it. I got you. So when you can also turn it back on with the 3 buttons at the bottom. But I did have it's no different than, I'm gonna explain it this way, right? When you're trying to overcome a particular thing in your reality, whether it be food addiction or any type of addiction or anything like that, right? You're going through all of that inwardly, right? Now you might have people in the outer world that offer you these things, right? Oh, you want this food? Oh, you want this? You want this thing that you don't really need? They're serving you. They're serving as tests to see if you really are going to stand on your square with it. So this is the same thing as what we call the matrix or the politics or the whatever it is. When we say they, we're talking like we ended that program in our mind. What they are doing is proverbially handing us the food that we don't need, right? They're like, hey, are you who you said you are? Are you going to act on the God being that you said you are? I'm going to continue to distract you. I'm going to continue to do this and do that. But are you going to watch? Are you going to interact with it as if it's real? Right? So it's all an inward happening. It's never, it happens first in here, right? And then on the outer screen, we got what we call governments. We got what we call politics and money and all that other stuff that we experience and that we deal with on a daily basis. But it's always been about how we reacted to these things, because again, from my belief system is that we're dreaming and that this reality is our dream come true. So now we're just facing, or you could have called it a nightmare. You can call it a nightmare. It was a nightmare because the sense of separation was so rampant and real, and we were interacting with, okay, now, here we go. Okay, now we're talking. It was more of a nightmare than anything, okay? Imagine being in the dream, having a dream, right? Like, and you're afraid, and you really have those you have those feelings that seem so real to you while you're in the quote unquote dream realm, but it's a nightmare. When you wake up, you realized how afraid you really were. You felt like, yo, I was really afraid, like something was coming after me, or I was running from something, or whatever the case is. It's no different here. This reality is what we would call the nightmare, because we're constantly afraid. We're constantly in the fear-based energy. And it is known the more that you stay in the fear-based energy, that in which you're afraid of has power over you. But as soon as you stop being afraid and you stop in your tracks, that thing, whatever it is, it stops in its tracks as well. It's like, oh, you know. And you're like, yeah, I know. This is a fucking dream. And I've been afraid of you for no reason. And now that I'm not, the game is over, so to speak. Right? So, let me see. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, y'all. Peace, Jackson. Peace, peace, peace. Gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude for y'all being here, man. For real. But, you know, it's not... it's not hard to explain. It's just like there's really nothing to explain. I think we just like to explain it, and we like to talk about it. But the being of it is really what makes it more profound and makes it more real, is to actually living it. But we like to come on here and converse about it and talk about it because it feels good, right? But only you, from your individuated point of consciousness, know what it is. Yo, God, you got me drinking coconut water. I just had like 2 of them joints today. This is like the Trader Joe's brand, but it's organic. Yeah, them coconut waters, man. Coconut water, spring water. I got this like Power Red organic juice. I think it definitely has some type of sugars in it because it's super sweet. But it does say organic beet juice, organic strawberry puree, organic apple juice, organic watermelon, blah, 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 elderberry, all that good stuff. So I guess you got to take United States word for it. Bottoms up, right? Peace, peace, peace. Gratitude, gratitude. Yeah. I want us to get over the fear of really we really have to get over the fear of money. That's one of our biggest hurdles, right? Is the fear of money. Okay? We're afraid of money. We're afraid of the thought of money. We're afraid to even talk about money. We're afraid to talk about things that we have this attachment to, right? We're afraid to talk about it because even as we talk about it, it's like when you're in a relationship, right? You have a feeling that you feel and you don't want to. Yes, I was just telling my homie this. Yeah, man, I'm so serious. Like, it's like being in a relationship, and you're in a relationship with somebody, and you have something that you want to express. You're afraid to express it because you're afraid to lose that person, or you're afraid that that person is gonna feel some type of way, whatever. It's the same thing with money. We're afraid to talk about money because then we have to face our energy that we've given money. It's no different than anything in our reality, because everything is everything. So when we have to face our shadow, when we have to face what it is that we're afraid of, the nightmare. I was just saying this, so like, all goes back to the nightmare. Like, we believe that this is real. We're living in our own nightmare that we've built, and we're trying to have a better dream. We're trying to alchemize that in which we experience as fear. We're trying to alchemize it into something that feels good to us, that is a better experience. So when it comes to money, our relationship with money, right? We already know that everything in the material world, on an atomic level, it's made of the same thing, on an atomic level. Now, on the surface of things you could see diversity, biology, and you see the different diversity. But this is all going to make sense. But on an atomic level, everything's made of the same thing. The energy in which we give a thing is up to us. Does that make sense? We all agree that money is the thing, right? So I got a dime here. This is a dime, on a random dime that I found. So we have, this is like, this can't go through my hand, right? Just follow me. This can't go through my hand, right? It on an atomic level, it all exists as the same thing. And we all vibrate on the same level as this. Listen. Okay. We decided that this was power. But the reality of it all is that it's all a projection of you, all of it. But you said that this is the power. You said that this, I'll trade you this for this. I'll trade you this for that, right? So you've given your life force energy to something within your reality that is made of you. It's made of you. At your base level, everything is made of you energetically. But you said that this is the power, or that's the power, and that has the power, when in all reality, it's you. So you gave money all the power. You said money is power. So if I have this, I could, because all the other humans are agreeing. We all agree. We all agree, right? But even if we all agree, you can still, as an individuated portion of consciousness, as the one, you can snatch the energy that you've been giving money away from money, and then you'll be able to manifest money differently. Listen, everybody within the reality has been giving their life force energy to money. So it feels as if money's the thing for all of us, because we all agree. And I can go in the store and give you this. I can't go in the store and give you a comb and, here, can I get a piece of bread? No, you're not going to accept it, because we don't accept that in this realm. We agreed upon that thing being a thing. Listen to me. Okay? All right? Once you, as the individuated portion of consciousness, the dreamer, takes your energy away from this particular thing in the dream, which is money, you take your energy back from it, you realize that it's all energy. It's all made of the same energy. I don't give a fuck what form it's taking. It's all made of the same energy. So once you do that, money becomes energy again. It's not just money. It's not just that. It becomes energy. And now you're able to, oh, money, it's nothing. Easy, light. Come on in. I am money. I'm not talking about figuratively. I'm not saying you are money in a figurative way, in a symbolic way. I'm saying you quite literally are money. Anything within this reality anything, all of it, it's all on an atomic level, made of the same thing, and you have dominion over it. It doesn't have dominion over you, but you allowed it to have dominion over you, because there were some human beings within this reality that knew that if they can get you to think that some part of the material world had power over you, as opposed to other parts of the material world, they're all made of the same shit. So they said, hey, we're going to use this and say, hey, humans, you need this to get this. You need this to get this. All a part of the material world. And you're going to give all your life force energy to this one thing. Now, if we said that, let me give you an example. If we all agreed that the leaves that fall from the tree was money, we'd all be outside raking up leaves. Follow me. Track with me here. Track with me here. If we all agreed that money was the leaves that fall from the tree, we'd all be outside raking up leaves. Do you get where I'm going here? We agreed that that was the thing, so we gave our energy to that. Once you snatch your energy back from that, you've freed yourself from the thought that that's the power. Now you know you're the power, and anything that's outside of you can be drawn to you easily, instantly, without you even fucking trying. But you keep trying. And you keep, and every time money is brought up, you have a fear. You get hit in the gut, in the solar plexus. The bills, I owe this, gotta get to work, fear and a fucking nightmare. You've been giving, see, they knew that though, these other versions of us, they know, they're smart. They're smart. They know the human psyche. They've studied psychology. They know the mind of the human being. They know that if you see, and they also know that you are a survival-based being in the root of your being. In the root, you're more a survival-based being. So you'll do anything you can to help this body survive. You'll do anything. And if money's the medium in which if money's the medium that will help me keep this body intact, what do I got to do? Do I got to work for 30 hours a week? 40, 50? Fuck it, I'll do it. This is what we do. We're afraid of pain. We're afraid of not having a home. We're afraid of not having a car. We're afraid of the body being harmed at our base level. So we'll do anything within the reality to protect the body. And there are other human beings that understand the psyche of human beings. So they created an environment. And this is just on the third dimensional level. There's no blame on a higher dimensional level. On a higher dimensional level, you created all of it. Track with me here. But on this level, we say, hey, they and this person and that person for sake of separation and that experience of separation. Tired of being afraid. Stop it. Money has dead people on it, living on death and still getting charged a fee when true life is free. Indeed, agreed. Beautifully put. I'm tired of being afraid. I know. Higher dimensions is theories. I guess. I guess so. If you say so. But you experience different dimensions of reality all the time. What do you think that is? There's a different level of me. The me that you see, there's another level of me. The me that you see is only sensory. Your senses are making the me that you see. But there's another level of me on another dimension, which is an energetic me, version of me. You get glimpses of that energetic version of me through the screen. This is why I ask you guys, can you feel me through the screen? If you can feel me through the screen, that means that there's a part of me that's purely energetic, that exists on a different dimension. Right? Now, even if you was joking, it helps me build on that. It helps me build on it. Right? Okay? And even then, the guys, we are in a hologram, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, it's like we might just fucking be on the holodeck of a fucking starship. For all we know. Like, you gotta really think about this. When they studied the nature of reality, right? It acted as holograms act, the same holograms that human beings have made on a scientific level. Let's say, for instance, right? Human beings created this machine that can pop out a hologram. It has all the mechanisms of a hologram, and they're able to pop out a hologram. They were able to use light photons and things like that have the ability to create images into a 3D image. Then what they did was they studied reality. They studied the nature of life, and they realized that life acts just like the holograms that they were creating act. That there's nothing really solid about reality, that it's springing forth from some other dimension. It's a shadow of another realm. So what we're experiencing as physicality, there's nothing physical about it at all. Right? So we could well be, oh my God, y'all, like legitimately legitimately. And the thing is that it's your hologram. It's your dream. That's the biggest part about it, is that you see me, but you see me. Are you getting what I'm telling you? You see me, but you see me. It's you seeing me. It's you seeing life. It's you feeling the sun. It's you contemplating. It's you being confused. It's you going to work. It's you reading the Bible or not. It's you going outside in nature or not. It's you. It's been you the entire time. So you were in a dream of your own making, a hologram of your own making. I'm starting to learn, if I don't see it, it don't exist. Let me, Life's General Smith, watch this shit. Here we go. Let's pin him right there. Let's pin him, because he said the thing. He said the thing. Let's read what he said. I'm starting to learn, if I don't see it, it don't exist. Now, hear me out. It exists in potential. It potentially exists up until you view it. Now, it doesn't exist in material reality until you're there to view it, because the viewer collapses infinite potentials of God's reality into physical reality. That's what we're doing right now. Okay? So the question that if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, does it fall? There's no tree at all, unless there's a conscious observer of said tree. This was my biggest point, and this is what's scary to some people, is that you quite literally live in a snow globe. You live in a snow globe, and there's nothing outside of that snow globe until you get to the, it's like you're creating as you go. You're quite literally creating as you go, but you've been under a spell of a certain type of creation. Listen to me. You've been under a spell, or you've been thinking, feeling, and believing that you are separate from the world around you, and yet the world around you literally lives within you. So you've been lost in a dream of your own making. So you've been creating on a loop constantly. I don't know how old you are. Might be 50 years old, Earth years. For 50 Earth years, you've been creating in your dream as if the dream's real. Now let's, like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. I love and appreciate every single one of y'all as if you are me, because you are me. Let's work. Watch this. How about if there's measuring devices in the woods? That who's the measurer? Who's measuring it? Who put the measuring device there? You already created the tree when you track with me. You got to track with me here. You got to track with me here. You keep you're the one that's making it what it is. So if you, the conscious observer of reality, goes out into reality and then puts a device there, you already made it. It's there already. There's no need to measure it. You're the measurer. You're the device. Is it dawning on you? You're the device. And this is what scientists have discovered. Listen to me. That science, every time we go to observe what reality is, reality itself acts as if it knows it's being observed. It interacts with us as if it knows it's being watched. Let me explain. Okay. Particles, supposed particles, are really waves of potentials of what particles can be. Every time a scientist goes to see what a wave is, it turns back into a particle. But when the scientist isn't looking and they allow the experiment to just run, apparently, and then they look, they see that whatever they were trying to experiment on acted as if it was a wave. This is just it in a nutshell. Every time scientists go to see what reality is made of, reality collapses back into hard material reality. Because the observers affect what's observed. Now let's put this in perspective of this reality. What's behind me? There's nothing behind me. There's pure potentials of what could be behind me. Track with me. Follow me. I'm going to bring it home so it can make sense to you. What's behind me? There's nothing really behind me until I go to look. What's behind me is pure potentials of what could be behind me. Then when I look, it freezes back into a wall. Listen to me. Now watch this. What do you think manifestation is? What do you think that is? Right? There's nothing down the street until you get down the street. And then when you get down the street, you're going to encounter yourself. You're going to encounter the thoughts that you've been thinking, the feelings that you've been feeling. You're going to encounter yourself. You just don't know it yet because you don't believe that that's what's happening. You believe that life is just happening. Now all the people are there and they just walk by and all this stuff. No, it's you. It's you. You are from your thoughts, feelings, emotions, and your imaginations you're creating down the street. Then when you get down the street, you get what you think. But you don't think that you're creating down the street, so you're at the whim of the dream. It's the same way when you go to sleep and you're in your night dream. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Watch this. I said this in the previous live, but we got to say it again. There's 4U people coming in from the 4U. Watch this shit. When you sleep and you're in your night dream, right? You're in the dream and you're acting in the dream as if you know what the fuck is going on in this environment. Like you know. And you know, well, you got to run now. I got to run. Oh, I know you. I know you. I know you. And then when you wake up to this life, you're like, oh shit, that was just a dream. That was just a dream. But I was in that motherfucker and I knew that person and I knew how to do, I knew what I was doing. I knew the theme of the dream. I knew, but I didn't know. But now that I'm up in this world, now I realize it's just a dream. Oh shit. Oh shit. What is this? Okay. Track with me, lock in, follow me. So what is this? What is this one? What is this reality? It's the same thing. You're in this shit thinking that it's real. You know the themes. You know you got work. You know all the themes. You know the characters. You know it all. And yet you're dreaming. But when you finally wake the fuck up, you realize, whoa, that was just a dream. And now that I finally have woken up, I realized that I was just playing that character and all the dreamers in my dream were playing the same characters. They were just doing what I told them to do in all reality from my mind. You're not hearing me. I believe dreams are another perception of reality. Dreams are the closest to what we, if reality is defined as being something real, then the dream world is closer to reality than this world. Let me track with me. If God, what we call God, is infinite energy, infinite possibilities, waves of possibilities, it's not physical at all. It takes the form of things as physical. Listen. Anything that has form is an illusion. Everything that has form is made of God's energy. So if it has form and we call it human and glass bottle and sun and all of that is God's energy made manifest in those forms. But the forms are illusory because they give you the experience of separation. Like I'm over here, you're over there. And yet there's an energy that exists between us that makes both of us who we are. It's the same energy that's between me and the sun. That makes me and the sun what I am and what we are. It's the same energy between me and the wall. Listen, the senses aren't allowing you to see the energy that makes us who we are. It's not allowing you to see the ties that bind us together. That's why I ask you if you can feel me through the screen. If you can feel me through the screen, logically your mind would say, hey, there must be an energy that is there must be an energy in between me and MoonManT that exists because I can feel him through the screen, and he's supposed to be so far away from me. So how can I feel him through the screen? Logically, I must deduce that there's an energy there that makes us both who we are, and it's the same energy because I feel it. I feel it. What is that? And I give the same example that if you're watching this 2 weeks later and you feel me through the screen, that means that my energy isn't bound by time. So do you believe there is ultimately no free will? That's not the point. From the point of view of you being a human being, you would feel that there's no free will, but that's not who you are. You are the energy that makes everything what it is. So you are the will. Thy will be done. It's the ultimate will. You are the ultimate one, but you're perceiving yourself as being compartmentalized as a human. Right? Listen, even the human is a projection. The human that you're seeing and you are is a projection of the real you. Okay? But when you see yourself as a human and you're just doing your thing, you think, all right, life is just, if this is divine will, and then I'm just have no power in it. But you're identifying yourself as a piece within the puzzle as opposed to being the whole puzzle. Right? And that's what God did. That's what you did. You decided to play a piece, to play as if you're a piece within the puzzle, as opposed to realizing that you are the whole puzzle. Okay? You are not only the chess board, you are the pieces on the board and the player, all of it. But you've been identifying for your entire incarnation as just a piece on the board. So you were really at the whim of your highest self. Okay? Your highest self was moving you around, putting you in place, sending you people, places, circumstances, and events to go through so that you could finally wake up to that version of you. Do you think the elites who run this realm are also a part of us? I know we are collective. There is nothing that's not you. Now we can compartmentalize it on a separation-based mindset and say they or they or they, but ultimately at the highest version, there's only one being. Now there are, track with me. It's only you. Now there might be versions of you out there that don't have the spark, the full spark. They're kind of acting like inanimate objects, but they have bodies, so to speak. This is what we call bots. There is no real spirit in them right now. They're yep. How's the day? The weather out there? How's the fillers, so to speak. But even those beings are a part of the one. And then they can be infused with the spirit of God, the spirit of you, the spirit of the one. And then eventually oh shit, whoa. I was on autopilot that whole time. I was living life straight autopilot. Where was I? Almost energy. Understand what I'm saying to you? This is why you have to transcend. Not to say like the Bible and Christianity, I'm not saying that there's not any nuggets of truth in there, but it traps you because there are other concepts of reality that can give you the full picture of the nature of reality. When we talk about extraterrestrials, when we talk about interdimensional beings and angelic beings and Merkabas and all types of different realities that exist within this, those types of modalities aren't giving you that information. They're keeping you trapped in dogmatic thought, meaning if you don't do this, you're going to hell, or if you don't do and Jesus and all, like, wait. It's deeper than that. The spiritual world is vast and unending, right? We are time travelers. We are infinite divine soul beings. We are infinite divine consciousness. I'm not bound by no book. I'm not bound by no man in a story in a book. I'm the one in the now, living it in the now. They talk about the end times and I'm in it, living it, doing it, feeling it, breathing it, expressing it in the now, not 2,000 years ago. Make sense? And you are that as well. We are all that. We are the promise. Yeah? It makes people think God is outside of it. And that was the biggest trick. Different chakra centers, light egos, colors of the pure light. Beautiful, beautiful. My job is to point you back inward, right? There's versions of us that are out here that believe that they're God and believe that you must bow down to them. They haven't understood oneness. Now, I know that I'm the one. I know that I'm one with all that is. I know that. But I would be doing you a disservice and myself a disservice if I didn't point you inwardly. If I didn't speak to you as if you're the one and put myself aside. I already know who I am. I don't have to come on here and be like, I'm God. I'm the one. Nah, look, okay, cool. I already know that. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that the me that you see on the screen is an aperture of your mind. The me that you see on the screen is a dream character. And I'm just in your dream. Now wake up. That's all I ask of you. Because when you wake up, the one, the listener, the dreamer, God, when you wake up, the world wakes up. Can you see it happening? It's happening. There's a crescendo. There's a wave of awakening. There's a wave of people waking up. What does that mean? That means that when you say wake up, that implies that we were dreaming at a point. And you're that. And you're that. Wait. You're that. Know this, feel this, express this. The world out there is the world in here. And I'm telling you, from your mind's eye and your imaginative happenings, you will move matter out of your way to create the reality that you desire, just like you do in the fucking dream realm, because they're one realm. This is just a dream in slow motion, like I like to say. You tracking with me? This is just a dream in slow motion. It takes what we call time and space before the viewer, you, and you, some more you. It takes time and space before the viewer's thoughts, feelings, and emotions manifest on the screen of life. As opposed to when we're in the dream realm and instantly when you think a thing, it pops into your head, or you're flying, or you. Oh my God, y'all have no clue how amazing you are. You have no clue. You have no clue what the fuck is actually happening here. You put yourself in a realm of powerlessness so that you can raise to the remembrance that you are the power. You put yourself in a realm to play the game of powerlessness. All to raise yourself up. It's yourself. All the sounds that you hear, the music that you listen to, the people that you see, the experiences that you have, the argument that you had, the politics, the things that were signed, the things that weren't, the money, all of it is happening in you, as you, through you, for you. You are the one dreamer. And what you call MoonManT is someone that you sent to say that. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to, only if you feel called to. I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. www.amazon.com. If you wish to support me, type in MoonManT, or you can give a gift just like Antoine did. Thank you, Antoine. I love and appreciate you. You can hit Amazon.com, type in MoonManT, purchase my second book. That would be greatly appreciated. Or you could just click the link in my bio. Everything's there. Everything's there. If the gifts aren't working because something happened with TikTok, I don't know what's going on. Some people can gift, some people can't. You can hit the Cash App. I don't care if it's $1. It'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate you for the support. I really do. Here we go. Now, track with me here. Follow me. Like the live. Share the live. Follow me here. Let me check the market real quick because I'll be doing that. I'm still into my blockchain, crypto. I'm in this realm. I know I'm all over this realm. I'm all over it. Watch this. Okay? Watch. Okay, so look. The sensation that time is speeding up. What is that sensation? What is that? Okay? If, for me, from my perspective, ready? Time is a realm where souls practice how to think properly. I said this before, but I got to say it again because there's beings that come in. Litecoin ETF. Oh, you don't even. We could talk about that build deeper. Litecoin is nothing in comparison to these other technologies such as XRP, XDC, Algorand. Litecoin is cool. Litecoin's cool. Bitcoin's a Ponzi. But we're gonna talk about something else. Let's go. We'll talk about that later. We can talk about that after we talk about this. We could talk about blockchain and things like that. Watch this though. The sensation of time speeding up. What is that? What is time? From my perspective, is the realm that souls practice how to think properly. If we manifested with the speed in which we manifest in dreams, we'd be fucked because you're crazy. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You be thinking crazy shit. You think crazy shit about other people. You think crazy shit about yourself. Yes, you do. You're me. I know you. You don't have to lie to me because I'm you. And we share a mind. So I know you be thinking wild. We would be fucked. And the reason why we're not totally fucked, but we're kind of fucked is because we had the buffer of time. So the insanity that we see within the world is the insanity that lives within us. It just has a little bit of time before it manifests. Now, time, since we have the sensation of time speeding up, it's really that we're beginning to get more grounded in the now, where all timelines exist, right? The more we get grounded in the now, where all timelines exist, we're consciously choosing from particular timelines that we'd wish to experience in the physical reality. Okay, so the sensation of time speeding up is really us getting grounded in the now. You're the dreamer, right? So you listen, track with me, right? So if you're in a dream, what's the most important moment in the dream? It's the moment. It's right there. Because from right there is where you decide what's coming next, right? Think about it. Think about it. It's the same way here. The most important moment is the moment, because from the moment is where you decide what's coming next. Am I going to fly? Am I going to pop an apple out of it? What am I going to do? Right? But if you're in the moment and you're in your mind based on programs, oh, they had to build the Connects when she told me she wasn't even going to go and she ended up going. What? Think about how much shit you be thinking in the now. You think so much shit in the now that you're fucking creating all types of fucking crazy shit in your reality, and you wonder why your life's shit. You wonder why there's no order to your life. Because your mind's out of order. You're out of order. Do you think that astrology and numerology prove the whole? Yeah, all of it does. All of it, if you study numerology, astrology, if you study all of these things, it's really just trying to show you the synchronicity of reality and how energy affects other energetic forms affect other energetic forms. It's all one. It's just trying to show you, and even beyond that, they wanted you see the worst word in this particular realm is coincidence. That is the worst word. That is the most deceptive word in this reality that's going to get you away from the fact that you know that, or get you away from the knowledge that you're dreaming, that you're in a dream. Coincidence. No, there's no coincidence. It's you quite literally thinking about a thing with interest, and it's showing up in your reality. And it just keeps showing up. Why does it keep showing up? Why do I keep saying the same car? Why do I keep hearing the same conversation? Why did I say this? Or why was I thinking this? And then this person, it's because it's all you. Yeah, or ironic. How ironic? That's ironic. No, that's synchronistic. You are trying to show you something within time. There's a version of you that exists beyond. There's a version of you, not some other entity, not some airy fairy being. There's another version of you that exists beyond time and space, that is trying to show you things within time and space that coalesce or coincide with what you've been thinking. Okay, right. I like your headscarf. Thank you. This is my girlfriend's. She gave it to me. I don't know. I had to protect my locks. They're a little frizzy right now. I gotta get a retwist. Okay, here we go. Watch this. Ready? These types breakthroughs send people in psychosis for real. It's divine concept. Yes, there is a spiritual psychosis that can happen with people because they believe that they are who they believe that they are the character. They're so invested in the dream character. Now imagine for a second with me. Just imagine with me. Just imagine with me. that you went to your dream realm. Thank you for the gifts. You guys give gifts if you feel called to. This is how I'm able to stay on as long as I can. Or you can donate to the Cash App if you feel called to. If I am serving you, if I'm serving you in any way, you can hit the Cash App with $1. I don't care. It's just an energy exchange. Here we go. If you went into the dream realm, right? Imagine. And I said this earlier, but there's new people here. I have to say it again. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. Bro, you said beyond time and space. I'm going to ask you about that. If it's okay, I got you. Watch this. I got you. Chill. Chill. Listen. Imagine every time you went to sleep. Every time you went to sleep, you were dropped in the same dream from when you were born in this life, from when you were born to today. Imagine every time you went to sleep, you were dropped in the same dream every fucking time. And you go there and you're like, why the fuck am I in the same dream every time? I'm not dreaming nothing different. Nothing's happening differently. It's always the same shit. Ooh. Maybe you know where I'm going here? Okay. When you come back to this fucking realm, what do you think is happening? You keep getting dropped in the same dream over and over and over. And why isn't it changing? It's not changing because you believe that you are the character. You believe all the other characters in your life are the characters. They're real. They're real people. Mom, dad, brother, cousin, friend. You're real, right? You make it the reality. See, this is why you never step outside the timeline. This is why you never fly to fucking wherever you want to fucking fly to, because you're afraid and you think that you're the character. You got to stay in line.